Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayco Redhawk 24B Class C motorhome. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you're going to want to leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, beside your slide, of course, leave plenty of room for that to come in and out. I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be right in the middle of the unit, just in front of your tires. And then your docking station for water is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, get a good parking spot. Let's go ahead and hook up your power and water. Now, power cord stores inside here. Big long 30 amp cord. Should you need, at the end of that 30 amp, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. There's power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up your water. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up for campsites. At campsites, we will hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. And we're going to come underneath our slide, which is probably closed at this time. Come up inside here. As you see, we've got a couple of knobs and some directions. So city's fixtures, we're going to send these to 2 and 6. 2 is up. 6 is all the way around here. We're set to 2 and 6. We can go ahead and turn that hose on. Once we're set to 2 and 6, got one more move before we turn that hose on. We're going to come around here to our hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, just making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out the last time you were camping. Grab some plumber's tape, stick it around that instead of putty. Putty will gum up on you. This is 1 1/8 inch. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's on there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, after that hose has been on for a little bit, go inside and open up your slide. I need you to get inside and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them, all the air out of the lines, then you can shut them off. Then you know your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping somewhere, boondocking. In that case, we're going to hook up our water in the same place. However, we're going to come in here and they have a 2-step process. First step, city tank fill. Set these to 1 and 6. 1 and 6. Go ahead and turn that hose on after you made sure everything was repeated as before. Water pressure regulator and your hot water heater closed. Now, when you turn this on for filling up your tank, you're going to want to go inside and watch the levels of this tank when it fills. Where you check your black and gray tanks, there's also an area of watch this fresh water fill. Once this is full, remove that hose. Then we're going to switch from city tank fill to normal. That's going to go 3 and 5. Normal is going to go ahead and allow us to go ahead and turn on that water pump indoors, and that'll utilize that water from your freshwater tank. 2 other settings are a country fill and to sanitize your tank. Country fill, you're just siphoning in water or soapy water if you're sanitizing it. And to sanitize your lines 2 and 4, of course, you know, you'll bypass your water heater for that and suck in antifreeze in the winter. All right, so we're all set up to camp with power and water. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here in the docking station. We went through all that. Down here is going to be your black and gray holding tanks, your fueling station. Up here is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping them black and gray tanks. Again, your water connection, hot and cold shower. This will hook up out here on the outside. Get how it sits on there. Come around the back, you got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. There's your backup camera up there. We'll continue back down to the off-camp side. Again, our storage for our power. Up here is your generator and your low point drain. Side there's some more storage. This is your side camera, side view camera on the unit. Coming back over to your campsite here, you get this huge awning. Talk about that when we go in. Again, your other side camera. There's your propane fill. More storage. It's a flue for your furnace. 2 things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. And 2, if you are running it, steer clear of that. It does get hot. Up top, a vent for your microwave. Access panel to the back of your fridge. Again, your hot water heater. Tons more storage back here. A quick connect LP if you want to put a griddle out here. Outdoor speakers. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up inside the unit. Right in here will be your house batteries. To the left is your main power for the unit. Power step on. Speaker for your sound system indoors or out. Here's your awning control. I'll show you on your awning. You only want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that gray bar. If you hold that button down, as you see, that will continue to run itself out and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Exterior lighting for our awning light. And next to that is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Because I mentioned that's 12-volt, always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking somewhere, dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, you're gone for the day, come back, start this thing up, charge them batteries back up, because this will work off your battery all day. Awning running back in here. Right before it's in, I want to show you to make sure that you have your exterior door no further than a 90-degree point, which it doesn't seem to be able to. Bring that the rest of the way in. Shut off our light out there. Above that'll be another 110 and some accent lighting. I just want to point out that to your right as you come in is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone who's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. All the way up top at your left as you come in is going to be your control panel. So up here is where we'll start to stop your generator. Down here's your slide control. We'll utilize that when closing it up. Here's your brand new battery, fresh tank, black and gray tanks. You have fresh buttons. One I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Tank heaters, these are little 12-volt pads that you turn on in case you're in inclement weather and you think your pads might freeze or your tanks might freeze. Water pump when utilizing your fresh water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if using gas, water heater if using electric, and it does make a difference. Coming inside the unit, next to your sinks, you got a little pop-up power port. Self-explanatory microwave. It does have a high and low vent and a surface light. Your glass top here. That's an excellent backsplash for your top. Cooktop. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. Hit your spark. When your gas is on, that'll light up. Come all the way down. Same thing in your oven. No pilot light. Turn this to light. Spark it down here and then turn it to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down for an oven light. In your fridge, simple modes here. A is for auto. Auto means when you're running off electricity. When you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. If I were to unplug right now, that would switch to gas. Or you can make it just electricity or just gas. Over here's your cooler. 5 being the coldest. Come into our bathroom. You got a 110 down here. You have a light and fan. You'll have to hand crank that open. Little plumbing to maintain. Look underneath your sink. All PEX nowadays. Just keep an eye on it. You are bouncing the house down the road. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Your bed. Real quickly, I want to show you. You're going to have to fold this up when closing your slide in because that utilizes every inch there. But other than that, you got a little storage area underneath that. And in our bedroom is our lighting. A slide control for just this slide if you want. And our cooling system. Turn your AC on. Hear that crank up. Turn the heat down. Shut that off. Shuts off rather quickly. Turn the heat on. Now you'll notice when I shut the heat off, it's going to take a few minutes for that fan to cycle through before it actually physically shuts off. Truck for a TV. You plug in the TV here. There's a backer for it. Cable in 110. You got a vent up here. All your closet space. Again, make sure you fold that up for travel. More storage here. Got your TV. Make sure you have that tucked back and strapped in for travel. That'll slide right back up against the wall like so. Your table will simply twist up and move out. Remove that bar there. Put your table down here. Put some cushions on top. Gives you another sleeping quarters. Speaking of sleeping quarters, here's another one. Fold this down here. You got ladder here. You can hook onto here to get up. You also have a storage safety area. We can take these buckles, buckle one into each end here. Snap these in here. And now you have something safe holding whoever's up in there up. Down here, your basic setup. Forward steering control. You have an owner's manual for all the controls in here. Your backup camera will come up on there automatically as you put it in reverse. See, your heat just shut off. Told you it'd be a couple of minutes before that shuts off. That about covers everything in here. We do have an antenna to crank up when you get there. You also have a smoke alarm up here to load up with a first 9 volt. Every time you move your clocks, don't forget that in your RV as well. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start at the control panel. Shut off as many lights as I know are going to hit my main power. Leave that on so I can walk through the unit. Make sure my bathroom lights are off. Make sure all your vents are closed. Fold this up. Come back here again. Hit your main power to look and see that all your lights go off. They do all except for this one on the microwave, We shut that off. Now we know our lights are going to come off from here. We'll turn them back on. Main power. Alright, come up here to our slide control. We're going to hit retract. Again, make sure you fold up your bunk. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. Now you do have a curtain there that you can isolate that bedroom. Forgot to mention that. Alright, now before leaving the unit, I want to show you your generator working. Alright, so we'll just hit start here. Gotta kind of prime it a little bit. Oh, thought I heard it start. Here we go. There she goes. So I'll show you that running real quick. And show you another spot that you can turn that off. Turn these to open this. Just right out of there. Now you can also start it out here, but when you do, you're gonna want to hold this down to the left until you see that light come on, and that's what primes it, and then you just hit start to your right. Head back indoors. Alright, so back up in here, got our doors and drawers closed. Here's our main control panel. Come outside. Before you leave the dump station, I say that in case you want to go inside and check your tanks in there. Lock and deadbolt this door for travel. If we are out boondocking. Inside here to open up the low point drains. As well as this low point drain up here. Otherwise, unhook your power, your water, your cable. Start up and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be almost at the very rear of the unit. You got a 10-foot hose coming to your convenience pack. Once you arrive, hook up your hose and pull your black handle. Now your black handle is going to be your sewage. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, look at the level of your black tank. If it's empty, go ahead and leave that black handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and come up to this tank flush valve. Hook your hose up there. Go ahead and turn that on, again with that black handle open, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout that you just put in there has washed out and drained. Then you can close that black handle. When that's done, go ahead and pull your gray handle. It's going to be sinks and showers. It's going to be cleaner waters. It's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, go ahead and close your gray tank. Grab your sewage hose off there. Come to your bumper and conveniently and sanitarily store it right inside your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Redhawk for many years to come. Happy camping.